That was Unmarked Helicopters by Soul Coughing. From the X-Files CD, Songs in the Key of X. You're listening to Real Time on CBC Stereo in Canada and around the world on the internet in real audio. And my name is Gillian Anderson.
She's actually here, and welcome back, Jillian. Thanks so much for doing this on a Saturday night. Come on, now you must have pretty exciting Saturday nights usually,
yeah.
right? What is it?
Yeah.
Let me think. Is Piper still in diapers? No.
She is still in diapers.
She's diapers.
She's turning 2 this week, but she is still in diapers.
So your Saturday night would be diapers. What else?
Actually, usually Saturday nights, I try and take a little bit of a break and maybe see a movie or something. So you're not actually taking me away from my daughter. You're taking me away from seeing a film.
But wouldn't you be mobbed? Wouldn't you be mobbed doing that?
Not mobbed. No, I wouldn't use the word mobbed.
Because last time you said you had a great line when people come up to you and say, "Aren't you what's her name from the X-Files?" And you just say, "No, but a lot of people tell me that I look like her," and that's good. So, do you have any other lines you can use on people?
No, I like that one.
That one probably works, right?
Yeah,
it does. A lot of people do say that.
Yeah.
Well, Jillian is here for the it's going to be probably for the next 2 hours or so, playing music, taking calls, taking emails. The lines are jammed. The internet chat channel is jammed, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep on trying. So do you want to give out the numbers? The phone numbers?
I do. In Canada, you can call 1-800-563-2328. And for everyone else in the world, 1-604-669-3733. And you can also email realtime at cbcstereo.com.
And just a little note, it's not because we're being mean or anything. We want to get to as many people as we possibly can, so keep it short, like one question per person.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's very fair.
Because you want to get to as many people as you possibly can. And before you start emailing or dialing, we're going to do the Gillian Anderson FAQ, the FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions. This is the 2.0 version, because there are all those questions that people like asking over and over. And last time we had, are Scully and Mulder ever going to have an affair? She doesn't want to be asked that because the answer is no. Okay, and then the other one is, how similar are you to Scully in real life?
I'm not going to answer that question.
See, don't even answer. No, you don't have to. And do you believe in psychic phenomena? She's not going to answer that either. Anything else you want to add that you don't want to?
Yeah, do not ask me about being mobbed in Australia. It wasn't a bad situation. I wasn't in danger. I'm sorry that people got hurt, but do not ask me anything about it because I'm sick of hearing.
And anything else you want to add to that? Is everything else fair game, pretty much?
Pretty much. Pretty much everything else is fair game.
Okay, so it's 1-800-563-2328 inside of Canada.
I may edit along the way. I just have to say that.
Feel free. Absolutely. And it's 604-669-3733, and you can call collect from outside of Canada. The lines are full right now. Please keep trying. Are we going to take a call right now? We have on the line Ricky Amir, all the way from Israel.
Whoa.
Hi, Ricky.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're speaking with Ricky Amir.
Hi, how are
you?
you? What?
Hello?
Hello, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes. Hi, Jillian.
Hi, what's your question?
In Israel now, it's 4 o'clock a.m.
Oh, dear.
In the morning.
I think it's time you went to bed.
Do you have a question for Jillian?
In 1 o'clock, I guess. After I feed my baby.
Do you have a question?
Jillian, I cannot hear you.
Okay.
So I make it quick.
Okay.
First, I want to know that the X-Files in Israel, I don't know if you know this, but it's a very popular program. You know this?
Now I do, yes, thank you.
You never know.
I didn't know that before, no.
Okay, just know in 11 o'clock in the evening, it's have 20% rating at night, so you must believe it's total hysterical here in Israel.
Oh, wow.
and for my question, I want to know, I'm in your age, Jillian.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I'm married +2, and I know how you combine running family life and your business life? This is my question.
Very carefully. It's hard. It's tricky. I mean, I am in a situation, a very fortunate situation right now, where I can have my daughter at work with me every day. I am fully aware that most women, most families are not able to be in that situation. So there are a lot of parents that don't see their kids for hours at a time, and that's very stressful and it's very hard. And it's an unfortunate reality about our life and our society, that we have to be so separate from the children that we are raising in order to stay financially stable. And so I feel in a way that even though our hours are sometimes excruciating, that I seem to have it a lot easier than a lot of people are able to. So. But still, it's a stressful situation, and it's hard to know how to balance the two, and how to keep a family together. But I think that as long as for the time that we do spend with our children, that time is quality time and fully focused time on the children, that it's not as detrimental as it might be in that situation.
Thank you for the call, Ricky. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Israel.
Oh, and you're welcome.
Bye.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, we got an email from Ricky earlier in the week saying that you're welcome to visit her and her family in Israel anytime. So if you're thinking of a little weekend jaunt or something,
you got it.
You're very welcome. So let's play some music, because that's why you're here. Your first set of music.
I don't want to tell. I don't want to talk about it. I don't think before I actually play them.
You want to play them first?
I want to play them first. This year, or I guess this month, I was here earlier this year, so I can't say this year. I have chosen a much mellower selection of tunes. I chose them because they have been in my life over the past, a lot of them over the past year or two, and some from the past, and some very, very recent. But all of them have had some kind of profound effect on my psyche and my soul, and so here we go.
And the first one is?
I'm not going to tell you.
You were just going to play it?
I'm going to tell you afterwards.
Then afterwards. Okay, let's play that first record.
That was Santana with Samba Pati. Before that you heard Leave by R.E.M. on their new album. And before that was Jewel, Who Will Save Your Soul. I love that album. She's got an amazing voice.
Yeah. So you have to tell us, of course, why you played these songs, Jillian.
I do?
Yes.
Let's see, Samba Pati, that song, when I was living in Los Angeles, I drove around, and that's all I would listen to, that and Nina Simone. I'd listen to that song endlessly, and it still resonates with me in a huge way. I just recently received the new REM CD from my good friend Chris Kennedy, and I just love that song.
Yeah,
I really love that song. I love the instrumental. I love it's pretty down and dirty at the same time.
I noticed you put your headphones on to listen to that one. You really.
I do. I love it. And Jewel, I love her new album. It was hard to choose which song to play tonight, and I've been paying a lot of attention to lyrics specifically recently, and a lot of these songs are chosen also for a mixture of their excellent lyrics and excellent lyrics in relationship to me at this time of my life, and also to the music and the composition. So that's why.
Jewel is wise beyond her years.
How old is she? I've heard so many mixed reviews. She's 17, she's 20, she's 22.
I'd say around 20, because she was in here about a year or two ago. Maybe around 20, but still. She's thinking about some heavy topics.
She is.
And you are listening to Real Time on CBC Stereo. Gillian Anderson is here, being the guest disc jockey for the night. And our toll-free number is 1-800-563-2328. That's inside of Canada. Outside of Canada, you can call collect 604-669-3733. And Gillian came up with another "please don't ask me this one" question while we were listening to those songs.
No, you can't repeat which one that I don't want.
Well, but then they might ask unless we tell them. Okay, you better tell them.
No. Yeah, okay. What was it? You asked me if I if I liked being perceived as an intelligent symbol as opposed to a sex symbol.
A sex symbol like David Duchovny.
Like David Duchovny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
are we going on to email or questions or
No,
what?
we're going to go to callers first.
Okay, all right, let's go.
We have a whole bunch of people on the phones. Lines are still jammed. Do keep trying. And just a reminder, let's keep it to one question per person, and everybody can get a chance. First up, it's Naomi in Vancouver.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Jillian.
how are you?
This is the Naomi babysitter I was on your last show thing.
Oh, she wanted to be your babysitter.
That's right.
I
And then
remember.
I saw you.
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was
standing
good.
on the side of the road for about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have excellent taste in music, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Okay, well, my question is, after X-Files has run its course, after it's over, what are you going to do? Like, are you moving back to the U.S. or what?
I'm probably going to move back to Los Angeles for a period of time, and hopefully start doing films.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Naomi. And up next, we have Richie in Toronto. Hi.
Jillian, what's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going good. It's very hot in the studio now that you ask.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm burning up, but I'm doing good.
And you've already taken off your sweater, so you can't take off
I
any
can't
more
take
clothes.
off anything
Yeah.
else.
I wish I was there to see that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so what's your question?
Let me just say, this is a tremendous honor. I love the show. I think your work is tremendous, and even though you didn't win that Emmy, you're still best actress in my book.
Well, thank you.
Well, the question I have for you is, I heard a rumor that you were possibly writing an episode this year, so taking more of a creative input more this year.
I'm not writing an episode per se. I have had a few ideas over the past few years, and one of them I am quite partial to. I have had a couple of discussions with Chris Carter about, and I have been told that we're going to try and do it this season, but you never know. So I'm just, I've had my discussions. There's more to be there's more to be done about it, and I just kind of left it up in the open. So it may or may not happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
But
look
it's
for
a
the story
good idea.
credit.
So
Right. It might say story by.
story by. Yeah, it wouldn't
Right.
be written by. It would be story by.
Right.
So hopefully, maybe,
Could
possibly,
happen.
could happen.
Thanks for the call.
All right,
Thank you.
And up next, it's Angela in Portola, California. Angela, it's your turn.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
I just wanted to let you know that I think you're a great inspiration to young women all over.
Thank
and
you.
My question is, I just wanted to know who your inspirations were growing up.
Let me see. I think in terms of people that you would know, as opposed to like the corner grocery store clerk or something like that, would be inspirations on an Meryl Streep. I'd have to say was huge for me, and Jodie Foster.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of anybody else. I don't think so. I don't think that until I actually decided what I wanted to do in my life, I really had any role models that I looked up to. And once I did, I found some people who I connected with or admired in some way. But yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. I sent your little daughter a little scrub outfit. I just wanted to know maybe if you'd gotten it yet.
A scrub outfit? You mean as in...
I'm a nurse, and I sent
Oh,
her a
you're
baby little
kidding.
scrub outfit.
Like a baby nurse's, a baby doctor's
That's fabulous. I haven't gotten it yet, but I will scrounge through the boxes and see if I can come up with it.
Yeah, and it has her name above the
Oh,
little
you're
pocket.
so sweet. What a wonderful idea.
Dr.
Thank you.
Piper,
You're
thanks.
welcome.
I will look for it.
Thanks,
Okay.
Angela.
Well, thanks so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Kim in Ottawa, your turn.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good.
First, my friend Trisha, she just wants to say that you're really cool.
Thanks, Tricia.
And my friend Aline says hi.
Hi, Aline. Okay.
My question is, well, last time when you were on RealTime, you mentioned that you had a screen test, and we were just wondering, like, what it was for.
Oh, man. That was hard. I just found out the news, like, minutes before I came on the air. It was for a movie called The Ghost of Mississippi, which is coming out soon. Actually, I don't know when, but soon enough. It has Alec Baldwin, and it's a Rob Reiner film. And it was for to play Alec Baldwin's wife. And it was a great, great movie. It's a great story. It's a true story, and about issues that I feel very strongly about. And I didn't get it, so I was bummed. But hey, you know, it's going to be a great film.
Too bad, because you're a really good actress.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Vince in Montreal. Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Jillian.
Vince.
Greetings from Montreal.
How are ya?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good.
I just like to tell you I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
You're great, and the whole show is great. And I just wanted to know if there's any plans for a movie.
There are plans for a movie. I don't know when it's going to be done. I don't actually know when Chris Carter's going to have an opportunity to write it at this point, between our show and Millennium, his new show, which is going to start airing on Fox.
Okay.
That wasn't a plug for Millennium. I don't.
Actually, it was, but it counts.
But okay. So I don't know when he's going to write it, and I honestly don't know when we're going to shoot it. But it will be a happening thing, and it'll be good.
Great.
Okay, thanks, Vince.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Tracy in Winnipeg.
Hi, Jillian. Hi, Leora.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. First, I want to say thanks so much for doing this show. It's great to get to talk to you. And I did have 2 questions, but I've narrowed it down between the serious
Good girl.
and the silly one.
Good girl.
I went with the silly one.
The silly one. Excellent.
You might not know the answer, but when you did the show last time, you knew the answer to the boxers or briefs question for David. So I'm wondering, I know women all over want to know, what kind of cologne does he wear?
Oh, jeez.
I don't think he wears any cologne.
No?
No, he's an all-around fresh-smelling guy.
Oh, okay.
No cologne. I don't think I've ever smelled cologne on him.
I heard that he likes swimming, so maybe he smells like chlorine. Does he ever smell like chlorine?
I'm not sure if I ever actually get that close to him, but next time I get an opportunity to,
There you go. Thanks.
I'll sniff out the
Thanks,
chlorine
Tracy.
option. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
And Miriam in Cheshire, Connecticut.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
How are you?
How's Connecticut?
Right now it's kind of muggy, actually.
Muggy.
Yeah, we should
Oh.
be grateful because next thing we know, it's going to be frigid.
That's right.
Yeah.
Frigid.
I have a question about the Emmys, which somebody mentioned before.
Yeah.
You look beautiful, first of all, as usual. I loved your dress.
What did you think of my hair?
Oh, I loved your hair. It looked great. It was
What,
great.
didn't you like your hair?
I did. No, I did. I've just been getting so much crap about it that I have to ask people. I don't feel why. It doesn't bum me out if people didn't like it. I have to find out.
Oh, I thought it looked great. I loved your dress too. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Aside from how you looked, especially after having won the Golden Globe, and congratulations for that.
It was actually not a Golden Globe.
Oh, was it?
No. It was a Screen Actors Guild Award.
Oh, Screen
I
Actors
just have to
Guild
say that
Award.
straight.
Excuse
Sorry. Okay. That's right.
How nerve-wracking was it for you to sit through those awards for almost 3 hours, especially since your category was practically last and you had to present? Were you just sitting there sweating, or?
Well, no, it actually wasn't that bad. I was more nervous, and I think it came across on television how nervous I was to present. The best actress or best supporting actress in a drama series was more nerve-wracking for me than anticipating whether or not I was going to win the award.
Really?
Yeah, it was just, I just was. That's all I have to say. I'm sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I had to look forward to Darren's nomination for writing and also for the best show. And so I had other stuff to concentrate on and look forward to, so it was okay.
Well, you deserved it, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Miriam.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye. It is Real Time on CBC Stereo. Gillian Anderson is the guest, and you would not believe the stack of emails.
Yeah,
please.
I just want to do a couple, because there's this woman called Patty Ginn in Prince George who's busy working on her master's thesis in women's studies at UNBC, and I just wanted to say hi, and don't work too hard, and have fun, and hey.
Okay.
And that's one.
Point taken.
Point taken. And somebody is asking me here whether my height has been a hindrance to me in my career, or if it's something that... who is it? It's Jen Farwell. Jen Farwell from Thunder Bay, Ontario, is asking me. Apparently, she is 16 and my height. Honey, you've got some more growing to do. Don't worry about it. But no, I'm not self-conscious about it. I used to be. When I was in high school, I used to wear 4-inch heels all the time.
Are you going to tell us how tall you are?
I just did. I said I'm 5'3".
Oh, did you say you're 5'3"? Hey, but isn't Madonna 5'3"? Didn't
there's a lot
her
of short
down.
people in the world. Okay,
Yeah.
just leave me alone.
Yeah. So the answer is...
The answer is no. I mean, some days, or like I'm standing at a concert and I can't see anything. It occurs to me that if I were taller, I might be able to see something. But other than that, it's quite okay. And there's some more, but I will get to them at a later date. What are we doing next?
Well, I've got a question for you. This comes from Steve in Toronto. This is a good one. Does Jillian know that there is a French actress in the new film by Claire Denis called Nanette and Bonnie, that's the name of the movie, who is her spitting image? It scared me. I interpreted this as an X-File. I cannot remember the actress's name, but Jillian may get a kick out of seeing this. So
I didn't know.
Your French alter ego.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Now you're going to have to run out and see that one.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure it won't be as obvious to me as it is to other people. You know what I mean? When you see somebody that,
Right, exactly.
But thanks for pointing that out.
And
somebody has said that I sent them a couple pictures, signed pictures, and was it really written by you? Because my friend doesn't think it was. I mean, I respond to as much fan mail as I can, and hopefully it was, because I mean there are some that I think the production office or Fox sends out that are definitely and obviously printed with a stamp. But if it looks like it's written by a pen at all, most likely it was me.
Or it was forged. One or the other.
Or
Probably was.
Oh, no, I have to do one more.
Okay, one more.
Kathy Franklin has been sending me these fabulous finger puppets for Piper for a long time.
And these are totally handmade.
These
What
are
are they?
totally handmade. They're like crocheted, and they're farmers and dogs and cows and all these wonderful things. And she recently also sent me a house that you open up, and it had a crib in it and these little...
Incredible.
And I sent you another picture, Kathy, if you're listening, and said thank you very much for that, and I appreciate it. And so does Piper.
So we're still taking emails at realtime@cbcstereo.com and calls 1-800-563-2328 inside of Canada, 604-669-3733 outside of Canada. And we're going to get to another set of music. After that, we are going to enter Jillian's kitchen, and we're so fortunate tonight because this is the whole other side of Gillian Anderson. This would be, we're going to put the aprons on and everything, and we're so fortunate that Jillian's mother is here tonight to share with all of us Mrs. Anderson's recipe for chicken livers
with rice. It's excellent.
It's a good one.
It's truly excellent.
So we'll be sharing that with you.
To be here, so
it's perfect timing.
What?
We've got the chickens alive in the other room. Mrs. Anderson will be taking care of that very, very shortly. And let's get to another set of music.
Okay.
You want to set up your second set?
No.
You don't want to set it up at all?
I don't, but I will tell you about it afterwards.
Okay. Let's hit that next CD.
I have to stop myself from singing along.
You were singing along.
Myself on the air. That was Tracy Chapman with Give Me One Reason. Before that, you heard Primitive Radio Gods with, and I love this title, Standing Outside a Broken Phone Booth with Money in My Hand. It's a great song.
That's the way you want to be, standing outside a broken... Yeah, it's...
I don't think so.
It's one of those... It could have been a line from Alanis' song, Isn't It Ironic, right? It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's like standing outside a broken phone
Well, I think it's
booth.
even worse if you don't have money in your hand and the phone works.
Could
and you
be.
have to make a call.
Could be.
But it's still a good title. And before that was Natalie Merchant with San Andreas Fault. And I can't tell you why. I don't have any profound reasons as to why these songs, I played them tonight, but they have just been resonating in my life for one of them a week and the other ones for quite some time. So,
you knew the words, though. You were singing along. You've listened to these a lot.
I've listened. Yeah, I have.
But which leads me to this question, then we can get to the callers and stuff.
No.
From Selby in Missouri, who says, I was curious as to whether Jillian had any musical training, because you were singing along very well there. Does she play an instrument? Has she had any vocal training?
I had some vocal training in college. I wouldn't test it on anybody, though. And I did play violin when I was younger. For how long, Mom? 4 years? 5 years? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even
Jillian's
remember
mother,
thing.
Rosemary,
This is
joins
my
us.
mother. Yay.
You just
3 or
remember,
4, maybe.
you remember paying for the lessons, right? No musical theater? You didn't do any musical theater?
Oh, no.
None of that
in
stuff?
fact, I'm not a fan of musical theater.
Not your thing.
At all. In fact, actually, that's not true, because I did see Bringing the Noise, Bringing the Funk in New York, which is not really musical. I mean, it's not like a musical theater. It's more funky, but it was excellent. And
So
that was it, as far as I'm concerned.
no productions of Oklahoma in your future?
No.
We can safely say that.
So you're listening to Real Time on CBC Stereo in Canada and around the world on the internet in Real Audio. In Canada, you can call 1-800-563-2328. And for everyone else in the world, you can call 1-604-669-3733. You can also email realtime at cbcstereo.com.
And we have a bunch of callers.
We have a bunch of callers.
And Princess in Lubbock, Texas. Hi.
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 Hi. God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. It's so cool.
Is that your real name?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Are you asked that all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
That's why I use
I'm
a different
sorry.
nick on the net.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I just wanted to tell you you're the best actress around, and I think you should have won the Emmy.
Thank you.
Do you, 2 really quick questions. Do you ever spend any time on the internet?
Is that you want me? Okay. No. No. I mean, yes, once in a while, but like twice a year, I spend time on the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's about it. Tonight, I am for about half an hour after we're done here, but not usually. No.
And that will be a moderated internet chat on our IRC chat channel.
Okay.
And you have another question?
Yes. Do you plan on doing any movies like on your next hiatus? I'd love to see you in any films.
I do plan to. I'd like to. I'm in discussion about a couple things with a couple different people, and trying to find the right vehicle, and hopefully something will happen. I'd like to too.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
Jeff in Detroit. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering what kind of music you listen to when you're in a good mood, and what kind of music you listen to when you're in a bad mood.
Oh, wow. It's funny, because when I'm in a good mood, it's usually much softer, and it's usually female. and softer, or something like Carlos Nakai. I like a lot. It's American Indian music, kind of, sort of. When I'm in a good mood, it's soft stuff. When I'm in a bad mood, I'll put on something like Lords of the New Church or something like that, just to wash everything out of my head.
Angst music. Thanks for the call, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
CJ in Vancouver, you're up.
Hi, yes. I just want to say thank you for filming in Vancouver and our lovely weather that we have here.
Most of the time.
It was actually nice today.
Beautiful today.
It wasn't
yeah.
bad.
It was.
Yeah, just
Hi,
What?
Jillian.
Yeah. Hi.
Excellent. I'm talking to Gillian Anderson.
Who is this?
This is Ron.
Okay,
Hi,
Ron.
Ron.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Actually, I have more of a statement. I just like to say I love your taste in music,
Thank you.
and here's my friend's question.
We're just going to keep passing
That
the
was
phone here.
sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Okay, question.
Yeah, do you think the move from Friday to Sunday will affect the show's success at all?
I hope not. There are only 2 things that I'm concerned about. One is that it's a family night, and sometimes I'm not. I mean, there are a lot of young kids that watch the show, and it just concerns me that the audience will get younger at that time. But from most of the people that I hear comments from, everybody's pretty excited about the move and thinking that it's going to bring more people in to watch. So, we can only guess, and we can always go back to Fridays.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for
Thank you.
calling.
Yep, bye.
Guard in Burnaby. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I just arrived in the city myself. I'm doing an internship at one of the programs that's also shooting here in the city.
Excellent.
But being close to X-Files Ground Zero is giving me inspiration. The one thing I wanted to ask you, and I don't know whether you can answer this or not, is I've been a big fan of that old show, The Night Stalker, and I'm sure a lot of people have spoken about this, about rumors about Darren McGavin appearing on the program. And I was wondering if you might be able to answer any of those rumors, address those types of things, or if that really even gets over to the acting side of it, or if it remains more in the writing department.
It pretty much remains in the writing department, but I have heard Chris voice an interest in having him on the show, and apparently there was a character that we were casting sometime last season that they were hoping to get him for, which didn't work out, and I'm sure that if he's interested and Chris is still interested and it's something they can work out, that it'll happen, because I think it would be cool.
All right. Well, thank you, and keep up the wonderful work.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for calling. Dave in Edmonton, hi.
Good evening. Well, I just heard that Jillian is rarely on the Internet, but is she aware of the Internet hype about X-Files?
Yes, I've been well informed about the discussion groups and the websites dedicated to the X-Files.
And the ones dedicated to you, like one of my favorite ones, Gaga, Genuine Admirers of Gillian Anderson, Gaga. What do you think of that one?
I think it's somebody named John Gauthier.
Yeah, he runs it. That's right. We got an email from him
Yeah,
here.
here's an email from
Yeah,
him.
there are plenty of Gillian websites. And weren't you voted like one of the 10 sexiest people on the net too?
I don't know. What's your question, sir?
Dave, question?
That was basically my question.
That's
because
basically
I'm an
it?
Internet Service Provider System Administrator at Edmonton.
Aha.
And I would usually be a little bit scared of having an X-Files fight shutting down my server, so to speak.
Oh, well, that happened the last two times that I came on the show. Or no, I shouldn't say that. The last time I was on time, and we tried to log on afterwards with the cyber chat. I was out of there.
Yeah. Oh well, but thanks for calling, Dave.
All right.
And we have Tony in Ottawa.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm still hot. I'm still the temperature in here is quite warm.
Oh, that's all right.
Can we fix the temperature in here?
Just got a quick question for you. I don't know if someone asked it already. I have been listening all night. I don't know what your contract obligations are with the show, but how many more years will you be, you and David actually, be starring?
We're in the 4th season right now, and I'm on contract for 7. There's a good chance that we're going to be doing 5, maybe 6.
Oh, I see. And one other quick question. If you had a boy, what would you name him?
Have you thought about that at all?
I did, and they're all. I was thinking of Cayman for a while. If I was going to have a boy when I had my daughter, I was thinking about naming him Cayman. But I'd want to go to the Cayman Islands first before I did that and see if I even liked him. But I don't know at this point.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just curious.
Stay tuned, though. Thanks, Tony.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, bye. The toll-free number inside of Canada, 1-800-563-2328, and international call 604-669-3733 to talk to Gillian Anderson live. And the email address, realtime@cbcstereo.com. Before we enter Gillian's kitchen with her mother, who's going to give us the great Anderson chicken liver on rice recipe. Do you have some emails you want to get to?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Robert Ouimet, who is the executive producer of RealTime, who has to be in Toronto doing some kind of business, and I just wanted to say hi, and I miss you. I'm sorry you're not here.
Ah.
Oh, wasn't that nice of me? And also something that I want to bring to anybody's attention. That somebody wrote, shortly after you arrived in Sydney on June 22nd, the tabloid Sunday Telegraph, that's apropos, Freudian slip there, claimed that because of a scheduling change on your way to Bali, you missed being on a plane which crashed on its takeoff in Japan. Is there any truth to this rumor? I can't speak. No, there is not, and I'm addressing this issue because on the front page there were pictures of me on the front page when I got to Sydney, and paparazzi pictures from the airport, and underneath on the Telegraph there was this huge article about how I was supposed to be on this plane and I would have crashed, and they started going into details about the families that the number of people that died and the families that were, and I thought. I just thought it was in really, really bad taste. There was no truth to it whatsoever, and thank God that Piper wasn't old enough to read, because I can just imagine her coming up to me and saying, "Mommy, were we supposed to be on that plane that crashed?" Not that she's Southern, but she might be by the time she's that age. Anyway, no, there is no truth to that whatsoever. And there's 3 more here, but I'll wait to do that because it is time.
It is time to enter.
To introduce
Gillian's kitchen. And let's see what's in Jillian's kitchen. This all started
cooking tonight?
Because I came across an article in TV Guide from a while ago with Jillian's favorite recipe, actually a recipe of her mother's for chicken livers with rice.
It's the only recipe that I have.
We thought we need to share. We thought we need to share this one with the public.
Where are you getting these soundtracks? This is fabulous. You can hear her frying in the background.
Yeah, there we go.
Chickens. She's plucking the chickens
That's right.
for the chicken liver.
Their last moments. And
tear out the liver, Mom.
And now we welcome Rosemary Anderson to Real Time.
Rounding up the 25 or so chickens we need to get 25 chicken livers.
Well, first off, I guess we should add, so you're just here visiting Jillian. You live in Michigan, right?
Correct.
Are you surprised at all, by the way, that this has happened to your daughter?
I'm more surprised about being on the radio.
Well, forget about that.
Am I surprised about how this happened to Jillian? Well, it would surprise anybody. I don't think that anybody imagines that they're going to be watching their daughter every Friday night on TV, or that it's going to something of this magnitude. Obviously, I'm not surprised that she's successful in her acting career. I think I thought she had a pretty good shot at it.
Did she run around the house as a teenager saying, "I'm going to be a big star someday"? Did she do any of that?
Not really, no. She didn't. She did make it fairly clear in the last couple of years that she was in high school that acting was the way she wanted to go. But she didn't talk about stardom. She talked about acting and getting out of high school.
And quitting high school, which I wanted to do for a while, yeah. Anyway,
and I know about your grad night too. I was reading about that. I got to ask you about that later, if any of that stuff is true about grad night.
No, you don't have to ask me.
Do you remember grad night? Do you remember Jillian? Yes, you do remember Jillian's grad night. Let's move on to Jillian's kitchen. This wonderful recipe. So, this is chicken livers on rice and
chicken livers and rice.
Rice.
Chicken livers and rice. Okay, well I guess I'm going to do this the same way the cookbook does it, which list off the ingredients and so think fast while I read. We start with a 1/4 pound of bacon cut up, a pound of chicken livers.
Calorie conscious must
1 pound of chicken livers. Yes, this is heavy duty cholesterol. Flour, salt, and pepper. That's to dredge the chicken livers in. 1 medium onion chopped. And thank you. 1 cup, I think, of rice. 1 cup or maybe a little bit more of raw rice. A clove of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper, a teaspoon of basil, a tablespoon of chopped
basil. I'm not sure if I ever used the basil.
I think that's right. I don't know. A tablespoon of chopped parsley. They asked me to do this from memory, folks. Okay, and a 1/2 cup of red wine and about 1 1/4 cups of chicken broth. Okay, so in your Dutch oven, this works out best with a Dutch oven on top of the stove. Cook the bacon, remove it from the pan, leaving all that bacon fat in there. Dredge the chicken in the flour, salt, and pepper, and cook it thoroughly in the nice juicy bacon fat. Then remove the chicken livers and drain off. I drain off the bacon fat at this point.
Now let me just add, these are chicken livers that have been dunked in the flour and salt and pepper. Right. Yes. Dunked is my word.
Okay. Dunked. Yeah, slam dunked in flour, salt, and pepper. Okay. Okay, you've browned the chicken livers, taken them out of the pan. I dump the fat at this point and just add some lighter weight cooking oil. Saute the onion and the rice with the garlic, which has been crushed. I use a mortar and pestle to crush the garlic with the salt and the basil. Put that in with the onion and rice and saute that about 5 minutes. Add the parsley and pour in the wine and chicken broth and bring them to near boil. At that point, I cover the Dutch oven and transfer it to the oven. 350-degree oven. Cook it about 30 minutes or longer if you use brown rice. 30 minutes works works well for white rice.
And that's it.
And you end up with a...
And it's really quite tasty.
And this recipe's been handed down from mother to daughter?
From mother to daughter.
From one generation
to the next.
Yeah. Mother got it from a neighbor in San Juan.
From your mother?
No, I got it from a neighbor in San Juan.
Oh, you did?
When you were an infant, yes.
And was this a special dish in the Anderson household? Was this like a...
She made it,
I made it quite a bit. My husband is extremely fond of it.
Once or twice a month? Yeah. Yeah.
And do you do a lot of cooking, Jillian?
I do none.
You do a lot of ordering in?
I do. No, I'm on set all the bloody time, so I can't cook. On the weekends, I cook. Some people would say that I don't, but I do. I can cook. As a matter of fact, I can. And that's my story.
And you make
I'm sticking to it.
And you make some mean chicken livers.
And I make some mean chicken livers and rice.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was Jillian's mother, Rosemary, with the chicken liver and rice recipe, which we're going to try to get up on the RealTime website so it can become an international thing. Didn't you do a great job? Was that your first radio appearance?
I imagine it was.
Oh, there you go. You did a wonderful job. You've passed the audition. Oh. And before we get to another set of music, do you just want to tell the nice people what phone number to call if they want to talk to you?
Oh, you can call, in Canada, you can call 1-800-563-2328. And if you're in the rest of the world, you can call 1-604-669-3733. And you can email us at realtime at cbcstereo.com.
That's us. And another set of music. Are you going to play the same little coy thing with us again where you won't tell us what it is until after? Are we going to do that again?
Damn right.
Okay.
That was Jane Siberry. Goodbye, Sweet Pumpkinhead. Before that, you heard the Fugees with Ready or Not, and once again, Emmylou Harris with Goodbye. Now, I played that last time I was on. I just can't get enough of that song, and I just had to play it again. I saw her recently in concert here. There was a Lilith concert outdoors with Lisa Loeb and
Paula Cole,
Sarah McLachlan, and there was one other, what was her name? Somebody. Anyway, and it was an amazing concert.
And your mom was just remarking that you listened to the Emmylou Harris a lot.
There are so few albums I find that I can listen to over and over and over again, and hers just speaks to me in such a huge way that I had to play that again. I actually replaced a Neil Young song last minute that was there with that again because it's been such an important part of my past couple of years. You are listening to Real Time on CBC Stereo in Canada and around the world on the internet in Real Audio. In Canada, you can call 1-800-563-2328, and from the rest of the world, you can call 1-604-669-3733. You can also email realtime at cbcstereo.com. Now, I have a little plug here. There is a Pluto concert. If you tune into Real Time next Saturday, when Vancouver rock band Pluto will play live on the Plaza at CBC Vancouver at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. If you're in Vancouver, drop by 700 Hamilton at the corner of Hamilton and Georgia for Pluto on the Plaza.
Are you going to drop by for that, maybe?
Next Sunday.
Next Saturday, a week from tonight.
I'm not going to be in town. I'm sorry.
Otherwise, we'd be, of course, looking for you there. It's time to go to the phones again, if that's okay with you. A whole bunch of people.
Sweden, is that where we're coming from first,
first, we're going to Bellingham, which is closer, and then we're going to Sweden.
Which is a little closer.
A little bit closer.
Yes.
Maristella in Bellingham.
Hi, Jillian.
Howdy.
My son and I are big fans of your show, and I wanted to ask you what you thought of the other networks making shows similar to the X-Files.
They're all going to fail. They're just, they're all going to drop off the face of the earth, so it doesn't bother me.
Cheap imitations with David and Jillian lookalikes. Isn't it amazing?
I haven't actually seen any pictures of the actors on the shows. I don't know. It's they're going to do what they're going to do, and it's flattering for Chris and for all of the all of us who work on the show to think that somebody could even imagine that they could mirror the show.
But X-Files rules.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. And now we're going all the way to Stockholm to talk to Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jillian.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to ask you if you have got hurt while shooting the X-Files.
Have I ever gotten hurt? Yeah, the bruises once in a while, flying around. I should have gotten hurt when I was like 9 months pregnant. I was stuffed in the back of a trunk of a car and dragged across a floor. I should have gotten hurt, but I didn't. I've never twisted an ankle. I shouldn't even be saying this. Where's the wood? I got it. This is a metal table. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. No, I have not.
Okay, that's good for you.
Thanks for calling, Martin.
Okay.
And now we're going from Sweden to Rome.
Whoa.
Rome, Francesca.
Love Rome.
Hi, Francesca.
Hi, Rome.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little bit tired because here it's early in the morning.
Thank you for staying up.
Thank you too. So.
Do
you hear my question?
What is your question?
My question is, I want to know, knowing that millions of people all over the world are crazy for you, is it rewarding or frightening?
Is it frightening? Did you say was it rewarding or
rewarding
or frightening?
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both. It's incredibly flattering and the only time it ever gets frightening is when, like for instance, the last time I was in Italy.
By the way,
speaking of, just a lot of people running at you at one time gets a little scary once in a while. But it was, as I said, it's flattering, and I'm not complaining in any way. But it's you do question your safety, and when you're opening up packages at work and stuff like that, you have to consider whether it's going to explode or not. For a couple seconds, and then you open it up because you're greedy and you want what's inside. But it's fine. I'm not complaining.
Thanks for calling. Now we get to say Arrivederci Roma.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Closer to home, Ross in Edmonton. Hi.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi, Ross.
How are you doing?
I made no sense in that when I answered that last question.
I don't know, it made pretty good sense to me.
I was mumbling all over the place. Hopefully, Ross, I will be better for you. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Actually, I'm not from Edmonton. I'm from Devon. I just have to plug. It's a really small town. But all my friends made me plug it. Anyway.
Hi, Devon.
Hi. Anyway, I'm a really big fan. I have the Rolling Stone issue where you and David were on the cover in bed.
Uh-huh.
It's really big.
What is? The cover was a big success, yes.
Yeah, it was a big success, yeah. I was wondering, in the article it says that you went through kind of a punk phase. Tell me a little more about that.
I'd rather not. I'm sorry, and you may be interested in hearing my response, but I have honestly talked about that so much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And actually, that's another one that we should add to the list. So you might want to put that on there. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really happy to talk to you, but I'm so sick and tired of hearing about my punk stage that.
So, what would you call yourself now? Preppy or just?
Nothing. I've completely lost my identity. I'm a mother.
Uh-huh.
I'm a working mom. Mm-hmm. That's what I am.
And you're incredibly talented.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for calling.
I love the show. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Jeremy in St. Catharines, Ontario. Your turn.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
I just have a quick message from all the people on the RealTime IRC channel.
Excellent.
And we'd just like to say hi and that we're all big fans of yours.
Thank you.
And there's about 130 of us sitting here waiting for you.
Oh, you're kidding.
And they've been there for hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my question is if you have, working on the show, if you've learned any, valuable lessons or values.
Any valuable lessons or what?
Yeah, while working on the show.
Any valuable lessons? Any valuable lessons? Don't eat spicy food at lunchtime. Let's see, what other lessons have I learned? Well, there's a lot of stuff that I've learned. I mean, I had next to no experience whatsoever in film or television when I got this show, and so the whole this whole wild ride has been a learning experience for me, just from from learning how to hit my mark to learning about the camera and how to portray a character on screen for any length of time. It's all been a learning process, and there's not a single element of that I can pull out and say this has been my lesson. But it's been, as I said, it's been a wild ride.
Thanks for the call.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and next we have Jennifer in Vancouver. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. My question is, how old were you when you got your first acting job?
No. My first job, when I was first paid to act. I can't remember when I did a community play. Was I paid for that? I don't think I was, no. So my first acting job, let's see, and then I moved to Chicago, and then I moved to New York, and then so I moved to New York in like 1990, which is like 6 years ago, so I was like 22. I'm doing a little bit of
quick math there, yeah.
Quick math. I'd say 22. I did a national commercial that never aired.
But you still got
American
paid.
Express, and I still got paid. I think that was the first.
Oh, and how do you feel about acting in Canada as opposed to LA?
Honestly, I've never acted in LA, so I wouldn't know. I lived there for a while before I got this job. I've auditioned in Los Angeles, but I've never, as far as I'm concerned, without having experience, so I can't tell you, but the crews up here are completely above the line, above the board, above everything. I'm so in love with the people that we have working on our crew, and every single one of them, and they're just fabulous, and I can't imagine ever working with anybody but Canadians again.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks for calling.
Okay.
And Kelly in Rhode Island.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi, Kelly.
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Thanks a lot for talking to us.
You're very welcome.
I just had a question for you. A lot of us on the internet were wondering about, I don't know if you were aware of Joan Rivers' comments about you.
I wasn't. Would you please tell me what she said? I'd really like to know.
Yeah, she said they were showing a clip of you and they were commenting on clothes, which is one thing.
Yeah.
But then she was like, oh, well, that's her I'm a star hairdo. She's a star now. She's such a bitch. And so we all wrote.
Did she actually use the B word on me?
She said buh-buh-buh-buh.
Yes, she did.
Boy.
And so we all swamped, ETV's mail with responses to that because everyone thought it was really uncalled for. And we were just kind of wondering because we saw the clip of you and David before the show, and it didn't seem like you warranted that kind of response from her. Did something go on after that we didn't see?
Nothing went on after that. I had made a little comment towards her about the fact that she had no idea about the show or what I was nominated for, or that I was even an actor.
Or that she called you Lillian Anderson.
Lillian Anderson, which show, The X-Files, and you're in the second season, and I said, Joan, get with it.
Yeah.
Which was warranted, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Absolutely.
No, until I read the email, I had no idea that there was a backlash to it, and I truly appreciate all of the support and people fending for my life against Joan Rivers.
Anything else bad you want to say about Joan Rivers?
No,
we don't need to even the score because
not going to go there.
Hey, Kelly, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Jillian, do you want to do some emails?
I do. There's a couple things. First of all, I want to say a happy birthday to Martin Nantis, who has recently gotten engaged to Cheryl Martin via an X-Files creative news group. They met on the internet, and they are engaged. So congratulations on the engagement, and happy birthday to Martin. What a story.
I know.
What romance.
Don't you feel responsible for that?
There's a news group out there in Cyber World saying that your first boyfriend was a neo-Nazi. Now, I just have to set this straight.
What is that?
No, well, I told a story once, which is true, about the first person that I lost my virginity to. Was he was we were both in this punk stage, and after like years after, as far as I believe, after he became a neo-Nazi, I would never in my life, even in that stage of my life, have anything to do with anybody who is associated with neo-Nazis, and so that is a fallacy.
Dealt with, and she never wants to be asked about it again. Thank you.
There was...
Thank you.
There was somebody says everything you'll ever get to use an English accent on the show. In fact, I did. I said one line in an episode called Fire. There was a British actress called Amanda Pace. Is that her name? I can't remember. And I walk in at the end of the show, scaring Mulder, pretending to be her, and I say something with a British accent, and so I have already. Thank you very much.
You going to give us just a little taste of that?
A little? No, I will not.
No.
And here we go. So this is something I want to talk about because I have been doing some work for a disease called neurofibromatosis, which is very close to home for me. My brother has this disorder, and it's a neurological disorder, and I've been doing some work in trying to educate people about it. Somebody, Tiny Dancer, has emailed to say that apparently some people are putting together some funds for a donation, which is, I highly recommend if anybody is interested in sending any gifts for Piper or to myself for our birthdays, which of course is always welcome, but something even better could be a donation to Neurofibromatosis Inc., which is not the same as NNFF. There are two separate groups, and Neurofibromatosis Inc. greatly needs support and funds for research and to help individual cases, and I appreciate anybody who is interested in supporting this this disease. It's not as rare as people think that it is, and I feel very strongly about it.
And for more information, people can call us at RealTime, and we've got all the phone numbers and addresses and everything to pass on.
Excellent. Well,
yes.
Please do that. You can call these numbers, or is this the 1-800-563-2328?
Those are good.
In Canada, and 1-604-669-3733 to ask questions. And do I want to? That was about the. Do I have time for one more thing?
Sure.
Very funny email from somebody called Cassandra, who has said, I'm trying to figure out where this is from, but I can't. Where the heck are those Scully brothers? Are they in hiding for fear they will be the next family members to meet an untimely sweeps period end?
Mm-hmm.
Very funny question. I often wonder it myself. I have no idea. Does Scully have the inkling that Agent Pendrell wants to be her little lab love puppy? I think she does. I think she is aware of his crush, and that's then it'll stop there
for now.
Just is Scully developing scar tissue from being thwacked on her forehead with amusing regularity? I'm not even going to touch that question. You're right. She is thwacked on the head with amusing or not so amusing regularity, and that's all I have to say about that. But I'm not here to answer these questions. I'm just here to read them because they're hysterical. And will Scully get to smile anytime this season? Yes, and she has a few times.
She's cracked a smile
once in a while on the show. But most of the time when Mulder, why am I talking about the show so much? Most of the time when Mulder like cracks a dry joke, she's in the middle of an autopsy or like popping a boil on the side of somebody's face, and it's not really a moment to laugh. So she often has to suppress her humor and her response to Mulder, and that's my excuse.
Thank you for the beautiful graphic image, too. Are we going to have time for more calls after this, or are we just going to do music? We will have time for more calls. So once again, you can give those phone numbers out. Jillian, please.
But first, I'll do the phone numbers, and then we'll do my music, and then we'll come back. Okay,
right.
So you're listening to Real Time on CBC Stereo in Canada and around the world on the Internet in Real Audio. In Canada, you can call 1-800-563-2328. And for everyone else in the world, 1-604-669-3733. You could also email realtime@cbcstereo.com.
And let's have some more music.
That was Poe with Fly Away. Rod Stewart was before that with Maggie May. Hey, Hey.
Hey. What's the story with that? I know we don't have a lot of time here because we have calls, but even your mom came in here and said that one really goes back. What's
It
the
does.
story?
I don't know. I've always had something for that song, and whenever I hear it, I get my heart beats a little faster.
Wake
or
Up
slower
Maggie
or something.
Yeah.
Tears in my eyes. It's just something about that song. And before that was the amazing Sarah McLachlan with Elsewhere.
And it is real time on CBC Stereo. We're rapidly running out of time for the Eastern Atlantic and Newfoundland time zones, but Gillian Anderson is here, and we are going to get to as many of your calls as we possibly can. So let's go. Jackie in Winnipeg, you're up.
Hey, Jillian, how's it going?
It's good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I agree with everybody. You should have won the Emmy. Most definitely.
Seems to be the consensus tonight.
Next year.
Yes.
Next year.
I have a question for you. Every time I see you on TV or in a magazine, you always look great. How do you stay in shape?
Oh, gosh. I only started getting into shape about 2 months ago. I finally hired a trainer for those 5 free minutes. And so I don't know. I'm finally feeling strong again after giving birth to a child and not being in shape for a long time. So that's how I'm doing it now. It was a lot of good angles and well-placed clothes before that.
But are you doing like the Demi Moore 5 hours a day at the gym?
No,
way. No, nothing like that.
Hey, you don't need 5 hours at the gym.
She doesn't. You're right. Thanks for calling.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
In Madison, Wisconsin, Tara.
Yes, hello?
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Jillian. Oh, I definitely agree with that last caller that you should have got the Emmy. I was so incredibly pissed, but I'm very glad that you guys got it for writing.
Me too.
So, what I was wondering is if you like that, or if that you have female admirers. What do you think about that?
Female admirers in general, or are you talking about female admirers from the gay population?
No, of you. In general.
Oh, just in general. Okay.
I mean, do you think, oh my God, I wish I had guys looking at me?
She does. Oh, she does.
No, I think it's great that that the young girls and women and everything respond to the character as strongly as they do. She's an admirable character with many positive attributes, and that she is receiving attention for those positive attributes is inspiring and good.
And are there a lot of lesbian Scully fans?
Apparently there's a new, or I don't know how new, there's a Gillian Anderson testosterone brigade.
Aha. This is an internet thing.
An internet thing.
That answers that. Hey, Tara, thanks for the call.
Well, thank you. And can I ask if I could ask one more question?
Uh-huh.
Okay, from another girl that's sitting right next to me that's typing, and she would really like to ask you this because she draws, and so here she is.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
I just had a question about what you thought about some artists doing anthropomorphic renditions of you and your character.
What do I think about that? Well, there's nothing. It's fine. As far as I'm concerned, it's fine. Anybody can do anything. If it keeps you off the street, if it keeps you from smoking crack, do whatever the hell you want to do.
There, that's a great message. Thanks. Good night. Good night to Madison, Wisconsin. And thank you so much, Jillian, for spending. It's been a couple hours here. You're going to be doing the internet
that
chat.
Was it? Just those 2 questions? Okay,
yeah.
They're zoning me out. So I just want to say that coming up in a few minutes, I'll be answering questions on the Internet Relay Chat, or IRC. My nickname will be TNOX_GA. TNOX_GA. Thank you for that. To find out how to get to it, go to RealTime website. That's coming up on the IRC, and the IRC channel is #RealTime on the Undernet.
She's an incredible pro. Thank you so much, Gillian Anderson. Come back any old time you want.
Absolutely will. I have no more songs to play anymore. I don't even know what to...
Stuff. Okay. You can even just drop by. You don't even have to warn us. And good night to Eastern Atlantic and Newfoundland time zones. And time to thank our incredible rocksteady crew, sound engineer Ian Ross, email man Tristan Winch, on the phones George Affleck and Laura Palmer, music programmer Ross Albert, and of course Gillian Anderson.